Hi, I'm Kelly Vaughn, and this is Inside Indy. You know, I talk a lot about youth on this program when we talk about the challenges they face in our community, but we need to talk more about solutions. And here, joining us in the studio is Pastor James Jackson of New Beginnings Church on the east side of Indianapolis. You're located where, Pastor Jackson?
We're located on the far east side of Indianapolis, 2125 North German Church Road, right there on 21st and German Church.
Oh, right. And you're going to talk to us about, to give us a feel of what young people are feeling, what they're going through in our community, and how your ministry is addressing some of those issues.
Well, some of the things that have taken place, Kelly, that has just broken our hearts. You know, when we look at some of the challenges that our youth are facing, that a lot of them are, I mean, just to look at them in comparison to when we were teens and adolescents, when we were in that stage of life, you have so much out here in this world that they're exposed to. You know, we had the Cosby Show. We had at least some level of
sanity.
Example. We had absolutely Little House on the Prairie. We, you know, some of those things that our parents had us sit and watch that at least gave a picture of family. You know, and they don't have that. They're exposed to a part of media that has literally, I mean, made wrong look fun. Make wrong look good.
Wow.
You know, it's the type of media that has that has been shared. I mean, not just, you know, television, but I mean social media. I mean, things are being looked upon in such a entertaining light, when the reality is you're entertaining them by exposing them to wrong. So where do they go? Where do they see it? They see wrong with family. They see wrong with friends. They're being exposed to it over and over again, and then have to deal with the consequences of it. And it's a world that we're in now.
Give us an example of something like that you've seen in media or social media that just really irks you, that you feel that young people are falling for.
I tell you what. They love the shows like let's say the Housewives, you know,
whatever city,
whatever city. It's funny, right? I was down in Miami with some other pastors, and we were there at a restaurant eating. And while we were down there, we saw the housewives of, I think LA or something of that nature. They were in town in Miami, and they were sitting right across from us at the table. So one of my friends literally looked at one of them and said, "Hey, look, you guys have this show out, you know, about housewives. What if we wanted to have a show out about preachers?" And she literally said, "I don't know if you guys would want that, because it has to get really gritty if you want to be aired." And we're like, "What do you mean gritty?" And then it made sense that if it's negative, if it brings something that I mean, the reality is when you want ratings to go up, it has to be something that augments wrong. You know, that's one. You can look at some of the shows, Scandal. We can look at something like that. I mean, Hot Show that everybody was watching, Empire, everybody was watching. And it just seems like it does not become as entertaining until the wrong is shown. You know, people look forward.
Instead of righting the wrong.
There's no righting it. I mean, the reality is people got excited when Olivia hooked up with the president. You know, people couldn't wait for that to take place. And you're thinking like, now you do know this is a married man, you know, and we got married women excited about looking at it too.
Right.
And I'm thinking, so would you be excited if your husband was hooking up with the side piece? You know, it's those kind of things. So they're exposed to it, entertained by it. And the reality is when you're entertained by something for so long, it makes you desensitized to it, that you have no issues with engaging in it. And the only issue with engagement is everyone talks about the beauty of the engagement, but nobody talks about the consequences.
Good point.
It's the consequences that we see now on the news. It's the consequences where the mothers are crying at the funerals. It's the consequences where we have to counsel the families because families are being broken up and children trying to deal with their mother and father not being together. It's the consequences because media show the beauty of the engagement, but no one talks about the consequences.
Consequences, solutions, and I know you have a very special event coming up.
I do.
Part is Tuesday Night Lights. Tell us about that. You've got a guest coming in.
Yeah, Tuesday Night Lights. It's one of the things we had the opportunity to do is be up close with a lot of the families who were affected, children, athletes. It's been a really tough time for a lot of athletes, football players during this season because there are football players who have gotten killed, people who have died with certain diseases, and it's just brought down a lot of the aura of a lot of our young people. And so we just felt like it would be something to kind of uplift them, bring somebody in that could encourage as well. So, you know, no time they have Friday Night Lights. Well, we're going to have Tuesday Night Lights where we're inviting all coaches, athletic directors, football players, youth football players, high school players. Bring them all. We're coming to New Beginnings Fellowship Church, and we're going to invite Mike Vick. We have Mike Vick coming, the famous former football player of the Falcons and Eagles, who's going to be with us. And I'm really looking forward to him coming to share his story, and we get a chance to dialogue about the beauty of redemption.
Okay, and I know he had some controversy in the past. He's born again Christian.
He is. Yes, and had the opportunity, experience the past, and he's very transparent about this part of his past and a part that he served time because of some things that he was involved in. And the reality is he spent his time in jail and yet still had an opportunity to get back at life again. And so it's a beautiful story that we could share with people, that no matter how ugly your past was, because we all had some things in our lives that we've done that we were not proud of. But the beauty is God is a God of second chances.
There you go, amen. You preached it today.
Try not to.
So how can people come and be a part of that and to be a part of worship at New Beginnings?
Absolutely. Come and see us. We're at 2125 North German Church Road. Tuesday Night Lights starts at 7 o'clock. Doors are going to open at 6. We're giving out 7 scholarships to some student athletes as well. So we're looking forward to doing that. We'll have maybe a little reception as well. He's going to get a chance to sign some stuff, share some parts of his story, and also they'll be able to text a certain number of asking certain questions, and I'll get a chance to read them and share them with them. So it won't just be me asking a lot of the questions. Some of our young people can ask them as well. So we're going to have an opportunity to dialogue with him, hear his heart on some things, and then culminate it with encouraging our young people that it's not how you start. It's how you finish.
Sounds very good. Well, people want to know more, go to newbeindy.org, right?
.org. That's our website. Go there. We have services on Sunday, Thursdays, 4 services on Sunday. We have 2 locations. We'd love for you to come
East
and
side,
be a part.
West side, what?
We do.
52nd
in Guyan. Yes, we're right there at 9:30, and we have an 8 o'clock, 10:45, and 12:45 on our East location. Come see us. We'd love to have you.
newbeindy.org.
Absolutely.
Dr. James Anthony Jackson, Senior Pastor of New Beginnings Church. Thanks so much for joining us.
The honor is mine, Kelly.
All right. And we'll be back with more after this. We're aiming high in this segment of Inside Indy, and by that, I mean the United States Air Force. They're here in the studio with us right now. Show them some love. Come on, guys. Come on, they're here. Joining us are Technical Sergeant Amanda Reynolds, enlisted accessions recruiter for the United States Air Force. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And then we also have Airman First Class Sam Richwine. Okay, welcome. And then we have Airman Noah Hines. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And you are here to help people see why they should join the Air Force. So give us some reasons, Amanda.
The top 3 reasons are to continue their education, job security, and to serve their country.
Okay. You know, when you say job security, and that is so true, I've spent most of my years in broadcasting, but I'm telling you, I have these thoughts in my mind after 30 plus years going, you know, I really should have joined the military. And because of not only the job security, but there are a lot of other benefits, right?
There are.
Okay, let's talk about those.
Education.
Okay.
100% tuition paid.
Really?
Is the biggest thing right now. Everybody in the Air Force, we have our own community college, and everyone that joins is automatically enrolled into the community college of the Air Force in an associate's degree program that coincides with their career field.
Wow, okay.
And they earn college credits for basic training and tech school.
Very cool, okay. And in the long term, once, say, somebody comes out of the military, there are long-term benefits as well, as far as being in the Air Force, right?
Yes, you have the job knowledge. Almost every job in the Air Force is transferable to a civilian job. The training that we receive is top-notch and recognized by everybody, and they're able to use that in the force, in the field, in the civilian world, and then also just having the, you serve. Everybody has, you have integrity. They know we have good work ethic.
Serving our country can't get any better than that, huh? Yeah. So I want to talk to Airman First Class Sam Richwine. So tell us about where you're from and how long you've been serving in the Air Force.
So I'm from Frankton, Indiana, and I joined in March of this year.
Wow, just like a couple of months ago.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay. And then what about you, Noah?
I'm also from Frankton, Indiana, and I joined on May 30th of this year. So about 5.5 months I've been in.
Okay, so you're just babies in the force.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what made you join, Sam?
College was, I went to college for almost 2.5 years, and it was getting expensive. I wasn't doing as well as I wanted to do, so I wanted to do something to better myself, and I decided joining the Air Force was the best career path for me. I could finish my degree, and yeah.
Wow, what a testimony. So what are you majoring in?
So I am a mechanic on fighter jets, and so yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to continue to get my degree through the Air Force. So.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, Noah, what about you? What's your story?
Pretty much the same as him. Just wasn't going anywhere in college really, and I've always wanted to be a policeman.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm a cop in the Air Force now, and so when I get out, if I get out, I'll just go to be a policeman in the civilian world.
Okay. So now that it's just been since May, and then you said, when did you sign up in?
May 30th.
May 30th in March? Okay. So, so you're done with all your basic training, and then you move into, are there plans that you move to other parts of the world? Do you know that this early on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, so how is serving in the Air Force different than going to college or civilian life? What do you like most about it?
For me, in my tech school, I spent time in the classroom learning about my specific jet, but I also was doing a lot of hands-on and got to really learn a lot mechanically, and I got credits for doing that. So that was pretty neat for me.
So it's kind of a win-win.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Noah?
Yeah, like he said, it was more hands-on, more enjoyable. Got to shoot guns, do things that I actually enjoy.
Okay. So Amanda, people out there watching, they've heard their testimonies, they've heard some of the benefits. What would you say to someone who's watching and they're going, I've thought about doing that, but I don't know.
Come in and talk to me. It's not a scary thing. We can just have a conversation. I'm not here to pressure anybody. I'm just here to educate about the Air Force and find out what motivates.
What's required? What are some of the requirements that people need to know about?
They need to be a high school graduate. I can talk to juniors and seniors in high school.
Oh, cool.
A passing ASVAB score, which is the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, which is the test that some high schools give, and you'll also take it at the Military Entrance Processing Station in downtown Indy. They need to have a passing score for that as well.
Okay.
But mainly graduate or senior in high school, doing well.
What about age? I don't. Is there like an age limit?
17
Because I know it's a little late for me, but I thought I'd ask.
17 to 39.
17 to 39. Wow. Okay. Okay. And you can serve in the Air Force. Is there an Air Force? Is it a reserve at all? Or is
We have reserve and guard as well.
Okay.
Those are different recruiters within the area, but if they're interested, I'm willing to help them out with that as well.
Okay. Now, how can people sign up? Can they give you a call? How do they contact you?
They can go to airforce.com. There's a link in there that they can actually submit their information. They can talk to retired recruiters. It's a chatter, and they'll actually ask them additional information, and it will link it directly to me, and I'll get their information, and I can call them.
Well, thank you so much. Amanda, Sam, and Noah, thank you so much for joining us on Inside Indy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, and we'll have more here on Inside Indy after this. And we're back. You know, this is the most wonderful time of the year. The holidays are fast approaching. And that to-do list, get it out to get your home ready for the holidays. But it can cause a lot of stress, as you know. And here, with some tips here on Inside Indy to prevent those holiday headaches, is our home improvement expert and host of the Today's Homeowner TV and radio shows. It's Danny Lipford. Hey, Danny.
Hello, glad to be with you, Kelly.
Now, I see you're getting ready to get a jump on your holiday decorating. What tips do you have to make for this holiday to make it a little more enjoyable for us?
Well, you know, it can be very frustrating, especially when you pull out the light string and you find some of them just aren't working. I mean, these things are so fragile and it happens all the time now. In years past, I would run out and buy a couple more strands of these because they are fairly reasonable, but then I found something that really saved me a lot of money, and it's called Lightkeeper Pro. This is such a unique invention that's been out on the market for several years. It has a little area of the tool that you can remove the bulb. Then you have a bulb tester, you have a fuse tester here. Then this part of it is a voltage tester so that you can test to see if everything's good. If it's beeping, that's good, but I found one of these sockets are not working properly, and what happens so many times is the shunt that's in there will get bent or damaged in some way. Well, this has a little shunt repair feature on it that has a quick fix, a little button on it that you're able to kind of adjust. There we go. All right, so it made the continuity that it needed to, and I already had my bulb that I tested a few minutes ago, so I know, there we go. No buying any more lights, it's ready to go. And these things, they've sold over 5 million of these things, and you can buy it anywhere. There's Christmas decorations available. It's less than $20, and now they have an LED version of the same one, so no matter what type of lights you have right now, don't throw them away. Grab a Lightkeeper Pro and be able to save those. It's pretty cool. And you know what? Makes a pretty good Christmas gift as well.
Danny, almost every time you join us on Inside Indy, you have some new technology to share with us. So what do you have for us this time?
Well, I tell you what, there are so many free apps that are available out there these days, and to utilize them, pairing it with other equipment that you can control things around your house is what I'm really enjoying doing. Matter of fact, just last week I had my friends at Carrier, the heating and cooling professionals, come out to my house and install a brand new thermostat called the Core 7. Now, this is pretty cool. First of all, it looks great. It's got touch controls on it. It's compatible with almost every type of heating and cooling equipment that's out there, so not just Carrier equipment. It's also very reasonably priced. You can just call your Carrier dealer and they can install you one. And then you have a free app that goes along with it that'll allow you to control your temperature up or down, the humidity, whatever, wherever you are, whether you're in a back room and you want to change the temperature a bit, or you're on your way home from work and you want to make sure it's nice and comfortable at your house. You can do that with this app. So it's really pretty cool. It's not a gadget anymore. This is an essential control to be able to save energy and make sure that you're nice and comfortable around your house.
Danny, a lot of people do their holiday shopping online these days, and which means there are more packages that are left at our doorsteps. What's a good way to make sure that none of those packages are stolen?
Well, I'll tell you what, installing a video doorbell is a great way to go, and I installed one recently from Newtone, and it's called the Knock. Matter of fact, I just got an alert to tell me someone's at my front door. So all I have to do is hit OK, and then it is providing me a video feed that shows me exactly what's happening on my front porch. So it takes just a second in order to do that, but I'll tell you, I know who it is. It's my cameraman to be able to show us what the Knock looks like, and it's incredibly easy to install. I'll show you exactly what it looks like while this is charging up. When you have a doorbell that you're changing out, you basically have two wires, and they're low voltage wires. So you remove the old doorbell, you put the new Newtone Knock on, and then you're able to use that to detect any motion. So even if someone doesn't even ring the doorbell and they're just walking up here, maybe it's someone that has a bit of a bad intention, you'll be able to see exactly what they look like in HD quality. And even at night, it has a low light feature that'll show you exactly what's going on. Now, here's the thing that's kind of cool, Kelly. Then you can talk with them. You can say, can I help you? And they don't know if you're in the house or across the country. Same way, think about the UPS guy delivering some of the packages that you'll have on your doorstep. You can actually, in real time, touch the talk button and say, hey, excuse me, do you mind hiding them behind this brick column here to where they can't be seen from the front? So it's a great way to keep your home more comfortable. It's $249. The app is completely free, and as I mentioned earlier, really easy to install, and it's available right now, Amazon.com and Build.com.
So Danny, what other holiday stress relieving ideas do you have for us today?
Well, this is kind of a philosophical one, I guess, and that is take it easy. Go ahead, I love writing lists. And, to write a list of manageable things that you want to accomplish before the holidays, make them manageable, don't get too ambitious, and then take it one at a time, take it easy, enjoy the process. That way you won't get overwhelmed with so many tasks that have to be done. If you'll do that, you'll enjoy the holidays a whole lot more.
Danny, you give us a lot of great information, so where can we get more?
Well, I'd love for you to drop by our website, todayshomeowner.com. A lot of information waiting on you right there, right now.
Well, as always, Danny, thank you for those wonderful holiday tips, and we wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we thank you, the viewer, for joining us. I'm Kelly Vaughn. This is Inside Indy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.